All right. Let's breeze through these accessories too, just to talk about this. And so,
Right.
Jason, have you been using MagSafe?
I have, and sort of like you, when I switched to the phone, MagSafe everywhere, including in the vehicles, in my wife's truck, in my truck, MagSafe everywhere, and that's mainly how I charge my phone. So I actually plug in a USB cable in. We only do that when we're traveling or in some of my in-laws' cars, or we have a rental car or something like that. So yeah, MagSafe everywhere for me. I did have a question though. When you put your back glass protector on, did that affect the way your MagSafe connects? Okay, it's connecting better.
It hasn't
I mean,
so
or
far.
just as good.
So, so tell me this, at least on my stands, right? Because I've got a stand in my office, which is on right now. I've got
Hmm.
a stand on my nightstand. The car charger, I have a question because I've never used any sort of a grip in my car, right?
Hmm.
So if you've said you've got MagSafe in your car, does it
Right.
feel loose? Does it feel like it's going to slide at all, or does it hold it pretty good?
So that's the thing. So on my wife's phone, she has a bumper, so hers connects directly to the glass, directly to the back of the phone. Um, that's been the case. It's been fine when I didn't have the back screen protector on, but now that I put this back screen protector back on, I notice it slides a little bit. So it holds my phone pretty good. My phone, as well as your phone, is going to be a lot heavier
Yeah.
than the 13, right? We hit a bump, the 13 doesn't move. My phone has fell off a couple of times, and but I noticed with the back glass protector on, it doesn't snap like it does on my even the dock I have by the bed. I kind of have to get it in that right spot, and it'll go on there. It's easier to come off. I don't have any fear that it's going to fall or slide off, if even if I bump into the nightstand. But it just doesn't snatch the phone out of my hand like it
Yeah.
does when I don't have that back protector on. So just curious to see if you had the same the same experience. Now in my truck, which is an older, rougher ride than my wife's truck, um, I don't have it mounted up on the dash. I have it in the cup holder, and I have it kind of angled back so that way I can kind of reach down like this and grab the phone
Okay.
versus reaching forward. So I don't have that problem with it coming off of my dock, but in my wife's truck, it does. It does. If we hit a hard enough bump, it'll fall off of the mount.
And that's probably true with any MagSafe, right? I mean,
Right,
because otherwise you wouldn't be able to pull the phone off, right?
right,
You'd have
right.
to use
Or
two
without pulling
hands.
the whole dock off of
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
stand or something like that.
So I've got the anchor ones. They definitely still snap in place better. The other one I bought for the car, the
Yeah.
anchors are the stands. The Lysen, Lisen, is the one I bought from Amazon. Got really good ratings. They had a whole range of products. But the reason I bought the one I did is because their sticky mount, I tried mounting it first in the vent, but my gear shift on the truck hits it.
Okay.
So that was out because that was actually better because it wouldn't have been above the dash and wouldn't have got sun, all those kinds of things. But
Right.
the other reason I bought it is because I knew the only place I could really mount it on the dash, I was going to have to mount it over a bend in the dash, over a corner in the dash. And this one's
Right.
got two pieces and they can adjust however they need to. So
Okay.
that's why I bought this one. And it was on super duper sale. And I had some credit from some of the stuff I had returned. So I didn't buy just the holder. I actually bought the charger, came with the USB A to USB C that I plug into the bottom of it. So yeah, it's been
Okay.
okay. I haven't driven a ton with it. I mean, honestly, I think I filled up my truck 6 weeks ago and I'm still on
Right.
full. So it's not like I
Wow.
drive everywhere, but I got thinking about, okay, when I go on these camping trips and stuff, right?
Right.
I want to be able to just set it there. So it holds on okay, but it rotates just a little bit and then it
Okay.
settles,
I
right?
do get a bit of that.
So I have it
Right.
vertical, but then it'll rotate just slightly, which bugs my OCD, but I'll probably just have to get used to it. So what's been interesting though about the car charger, so if you think about standby mode, right? If you put it vertical or if you put the phone horizontal and it's
Hmm.
charging, it should kick into standby mode. Well, it doesn't automatically in the car. And so I got it to work, but what I haven't figured out is what combination of it's plugged into the USB A in the car, right?
Hmm.
Which means the car recognizes it as an external drive and a device and all that kind of stuff. But it's also connected by a Bluetooth, which is how I play all my music and stuff. And that
Hmm.
connecting by a Bluetooth to my vehicle turns on driving focus mode
Okay.
automatically. And so
So I'm wondering if that has something to do
I
with it.
don't know which combination of that, right, prevents it from going into standby mode, because I thought it'd be really cool to have my big clock display or
Yes.
something like that right there on there. So I'm still fiddling with that, and we'll see if the first time it falls off, I chip one of the screen protectors. I might be rethinking my placement and trying to put it. The problem is, so this is when I do it, because when we travel like that, if we grab a burger and fries or something while we're traveling, the fries
Hmm.
have to sit in the cup holder and the drink sits down in the cup holder that's on the floor,
Right.
and there's this whole juggle of how I get to eat while I'm driving. And so I don't like my phone to go down into that cup holder because it's always dirty, right? It's
Right.
always got
Right.
something in there.
Right.
And
Yep. Same
but
here.
now with the Max, if I set it in the little square place that's designed to hold like your wallet or something, it doesn't fit right. So it's absolutely going to slide off at some point. And so I thought I want to get this out of the way. So um,
Right.
we'll see. Um, Not a big deal. And I can control everything via Siri. So it's not like I'm worried about, I want to be able to reach up and text or, something like that. No, that's not the
Right.
case. So, but the other thing about all of this wireless charging is um, the Qi charging for the AirPods Pro. You and I talked about this, and I had mentioned that if I put
Yes.
the AirPods on with the lid facing towards me, they seem to settle on there better. Well,
Hmm.
both of my anchor stands seem to detect um, foreign objects really, really easy. Now they've got all these safety things built in, right? So they don't want to have any additional objects on the charging pad that could conduct electricity, and
Right.
they've got overheating protection and all of those kinds of things built in. But I have noticed that on a semi-regular basis, my AirPods, it'll start flashing, which means it's either low voltage, which I can't imagine it is, otherwise I'd have bigger electrical problems in my house, right?
Hmm.
Or it's foreign object detection. So I don't know if it's the case. Because remember, I bought that fun little headphoney kind of case that goes on
Yeah.
this, or if it somehow is sensitive because they're not designed for AirPods. It's Qi charging. It's not MagSafe. Or if it's that little
Okay.
metal hinge on the back of the case, if that
Yeah.
gets just
That's throwing off.
wrong, that throws things off. Now it's probably aluminum, so
Yeah.
in theory it shouldn't conduct electricity, but I don't know. So, but I've gone back to I just kind of slide them on the wrong way, right? With the
Hmm.
case facing towards me, and slide it on just enough that it kicks in and it's good to go. But I thought maybe I was having some problems with my surge protector, so I bought another one. Talking about your hub, I made sure I bought one, this Anchor power strip that's got it's actually got six, two on each side and two on the top, and then it's got two USB A IQ ports and one
Right.
USB-C PD port on the front of on the end of it. So it's still way fatter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it might be a great one to swap with the one that's out in my trailer, but it's really fat. I mean, it's super
Right.
duper fat. So I thought that might be the case, but anyway, it's not a big deal on any of this, and it's still nice to be able to wirelessly charge this stuff.
Yeah.
But just something to think about. It's again, it's Qi charging. It's not necessarily MagSafe, so it's not snapping into the perfect
Yeah. The perfect
location on
position.
these. Yeah,
Yeah. And I told you that was always a problem with mine. And I keep my AirPods in my little Thor hammer here. I don't have the handle
yeah.
to it. That's the charging port. But so I don't use the wireless charging as much as I used to. But it was kind of the same. I had to get it right, just right, or otherwise it wouldn't charge. So
I think that's why you want the new Qi 2 standards, because Apple helped develop those, and they're supposed to have magnets built into that new standard. So
right,
not specific, they use MagSafe as the basis, but in theory, if they were Qi 2, there would be a magnet in the back of the AirPods that would snap onto the charging
right.
pad and put it in the right location. So